so I think it was one day I was sitting in the park with my grandmother and she kind of, I was whining a bit, as you do. And then I said, I really want to do something about this. And she said, why don't you? And so we sat down and we wrote a letter. We tried to figure out who would be in charge. I think that's where the man in charge came from, because we just couldn't figure it out.
So when we received a letter from Sarah Joy asking us to consider doing something different at the park, it was perfect timing, and we was able to help revitalise the town, bring people back into the town as they move back into their new homes or into rented accommodation.
And then from there it kind of skyrocketed. We had the council come into my classrooms, which was nice, and they were just as enthusiastic as we were.
They knew what they wanted. So it was a very exciting time and pleasant to be working with the kids. They boosted our confidence in what we were doing as well. Most of the area was devastated by the fire all immediately around us. There were several of the homes saved, but it was just black. It's hard to explain, but when you drive into town, everything was black. It was noticeable here, the small playground that was here, it was the only bit of colour left in the town, the playground equipment, and it stood out a bit like a beacon.
It was after the fires that the work started because of the funding.
So a lot of other organisations realised that things like a fence to protect the children away from quite a busy road at the time past here were very important. So a lot of different players come together to make it what it is today, a lovely place to visit of all ages. So a variety of club lions, there was the Girl Guides to the mainland that were here during the bushfire and felt that was the best way they could help. A lot of different organisations come through to help, and it's nice to do the community projects. Yes, it was very nice to help people rebuild their lives, but to do a few projects like this and to working with the children was just absolutely brilliant.
A lot of the times when you're young, what you say doesn't really matter, but in this case it did. And that was really nice, and I think that stuck with me since then.
You can rebuild the houses, but if you haven't rebuilt the community around what's needed to be there to revitalise and keep everybody conscious of their own community, you really haven't done the job at all.
I'm a very motivated person, I'm always ready to if there's something wrong, I'm ready to change it. And this is definitely part of what made that happen.